Hello, my dear students. Today we are going to start our chapter 10, Reaching the Age of Adolescence. Exercises of this chapter. Question number 1. What is the term used for chemical secretions of endocrine glands responsible for changes taking place in the body? Now, here we have to answer this question. As you know very well that the term used for chemical secretions of endocrine glands is known as hormones. Hormones are those chemicals which are responsible for changes taking place in the body. All the changes you observe in adolescence. Next question, define adolescence. Now, what is adolescence? As I told you in the full explanation of this chapter, that it is the time period, it is the duration of a life or of an individual's life, the duration of time where the changes takes place, and this age starts from 11 to 18 or 19 years. Our body, human body, undergoes various changes during this period, and this period is also known as puberty. The specialty of this period is that reproductive organs they matures. Okay, their development takes place during this period of time. So it is the time period of individual's life when the body undergoes changes leading to reproductive maturity, and its time period is 11 years to 19 years. I hope you understand what is adolescence. The other name for this term is teenagers. Next question, third, what is menstruation? Explain. In layman language, we use the word periods for this term menstruation. What is maturation? Now, maturation of ova. Ova means eggs. Now, these eggs begin at 10 to 12 years. Now, as the maturation of ova or eggs started at the age of 10 to 12 years, remember this, only one ovary out of our two ovaries, only one ovary releases one egg at one time, okay, in about 28 to 30 days. Only one egg is released by one of the ovary. This is the important part that you all must know, that out of two ovaries, only one ovary is releasing one egg once in about 28 to 30 days. Now, what happened during this period? During this period, the wall of uterus becomes thick. Okay, thickness of the wall of uterus happens during this time, during this period, and why this thickness happens? Just to receive the fertilized egg. Okay, in order to receive the fertilized egg, the wall of uterus become thick. Now, if fertilization happens, then the development of that zygote takes place in the uterus. But if fertilization fails to happen, then what happens then? If fertilization fails to take place, the ovum and the thick lining of uterus both shed off. Okay, shed off means they rupture and the bleeding starts. Okay, so what happens if fertilization fails to take place? The ovum and the thickened lining of the uterus, along with its blood vessels, are shed off. Now, this is the reason of bleeding in females. And this bleeding takes after a period to continue. The gap between the menstruation cycle is 28 to 30 days. This is called menstruation. Okay. I hope all of you are now able to answer what is menstruation. Next is our question number 4. List changes in the puberty that takes place in the body. Now, there are so many changes that you noticed during the period of adolescence or puberty. Now, what are those changes? Number 1, sudden increase in height. In both the cases, in males as well as in females, takes place. That during this period, after 11 or 12 years, there is sudden increase in the height of both the individuals, males or females, and after full period they come or they attain the maximum height. Next one is the voice of boys become hoarse and that of girls it becomes shrill. Okay, so the pitch in the voice of girls become high. Shrillness is the result of high pitch, whereas boys have cracked sound like hoarse voice. Third change in our body is that in case of boys, the shoulders become broader, broader in the sense increase in breadth. Shoulders become broader and muscles grow more in boys, okay, as compared to girls. Now in girls, what happened? In girls, the region below the waist becomes wider. The width of the lower part, the width below the region of waist, it becomes increase in size. Now, fourth change, all of you observe that If you have passed your adolescence, or if you are passing this age, you must have noticed that hair start growing both in female and males. For example, you can see in case of boys the beard and mustache, huh? And in pubic areas there is growth of hairs also. Now in fifth one, increased excretion of sweat and secretion of sweat and sebaceous glands. Now, what is the meaning of this? A lot of sweat and oil is produced by the sweat and sebaceous gland. Due to that, you can easily come to know that this is a reason of pimples. Now, sixth one, maturity of reproductive organs take place. Now, boys and girls both are capable of doing reproduction. In seventh point, the changes in girls, that a major change is that menstruation starts in girls, okay? And in case of boys, now in case of boys, the testes secrete hormones, testosterone. Now, testosterone is the hormone secreted in boys only from testes. Okay, testis is the endocrine gland present in the boys, and due to this testosterone hormone, the development of secondary sexual characters happens in boys. Okay, all the changes. Now, in girls, the endocrine gland present here is ovaries, and ovaries secrete hormone estrogen. So, name the hormone secreted by ovaries, that is estrogen. And this estrogen is again responsible for the changes for the development of secondary sexual characters in girls. So, such type of changes you can see both in boys and females happens due to secretion of hormones. For example, you can see the characters in boys, all the characters growing of hairs, broadening of shoulders. In females, the breast size increases. All these are done just because of the secretion of these two hormones. Now, the last but not the least change observed in our bodies during this period is mood swings are the common. Okay, it is the common feature or change during the period of this puberty, or what we call this adolescence period. Okay, you can see the girls and boys, they show sudden anger or joy, means that mood swings are there. Okay, this is the basic or common change or feature which you can observe in puberty. Clear? So, my dear students, these are the 10 important changes I told you. Now, next question. Question number 5. Prepare a table having two columns depicting names of endocrine glands and hormones secreted by them. Now, one side write down endocrine gland, and on the other side write down hormones. Now, you can easily do this by making a table. The first endocrine gland, which is also known as growth hormone secreting gland, that is pituitary gland, and the hormones secreted by this gland are called growth hormones. Number two, ovaries, which are present in girls or females. These endocrine glands, they are only present in girls and females, and the hormone secreted by them is known as estrogen. Next, number three, testis. It is present in boys or males. The hormones secreted by this gland, they are known as testosterone. Next, number four, endocrine gland is thyroid, and the hormone secreted from this thyroid gland is thyroxine. Number five, endocrine gland is pancreas, and the hormone secreted by this gland is known as insulin or glucagon. Okay, number sixth, the endocrine gland is adrenal gland. This gland is present on the kidneys, and the secretion is adrenaline. Adrenaline hormone is secreted from adrenal gland. So once again, pituitary gland, growth hormone. Our growth is responsible. Now next one is ovaries. As you know, these glands are present only in females. Estrogen is secreted. Testes in males secrete testosterone, thyroid, thyroxine. Then pancreas secreted sugar controlling hormones, insulin and glucagon. Adrenal glands, they produce adrenaline. I hope you understand this answer. Next one is our question number 6. What are sex hormones? Why are they named so? State their function. Now, what are sex hormones? As the name indicates, the chemicals or hormones which help and control the development of or formation of secondary sexual characters, the hormones or chemicals which help and control the formation of secondary sexual characters are called sex hormones. Now they are named so. We call them sex hormones. Why we call them sex hormones? Because sexual characters or the sexual features of an organism are controlled by them. Right? All the activities of reproduction, or you can say sexual act, they are controlled by them. That is why they are named so. Now, state their functions. Under this category, we write this answer as function of male sex hormone, that is testosterone, which is secreted by testes, endocrine gland present in only boys or males. Its function is it causes changes in voice, like change in voice box, huh? Hoarse voice, cracked sound of voice, sudden increase in their height, growth of hairs on their face, body. Hmm? So these are the functions of testosterone in boys. You can see the growth of beard and moustache, broadening of shoulders in boys. These changes are just because of the secretion of testosterone from testes, right? Now, next is female sex hormone, that is estrogen. Now, this estrogen, the female sex hormone, is secreted by ovaries. Okay, and it controls the secondary sexual characters in females like development of breast, secretion of milk from mammary glands, the menstruation period starts. All these are just because of these hormones. Next, question number 7, choose the correct option. Now, these are the MCQs given in your exercise. Adolescents should be careful about what they eat because right answer is your second part. Adolescents should be careful about what they eat because proper diet is needed for the rapid growth taking place in their body. Now, next is B part. Reproductive age in women starts when their. Now, here first is the right answer. Menstruation starts. If menstruation starts, it means their reproductive age is started. Now, C part. The right meal for adolescents consists of. Out of these four options, the right one is second one, chapati, dal, and vegetables. Okay, so next question is our question number 8. Write notes on A part, Adam's apple. Now, as this word is very popular, so this is very important to know about this, that what is Adam's apple. So, in case of boys, during puberty or adolescence or a teenager period, there is change in the size of voice box, and in case of boys you can see the protruding part, the growth in the region of their neck below the throat becomes swollen or increased in size. That is known as Adam's apple. Huh? The voice box tends to protrude out on the upper part of the neck below the chin and is often referred to as Adam's apple. You can observe this part in boys. Now, next, we'll do question number 10. Question number 8 and 9 you will do after this question. Okay. So in this table below shows the data on likely heights of boys and girls as they grow in age. Draw graphs showing height and age for both boys and girls on the same graph paper. What conclusions can be drawn from these graphs? Now, age in years is given to you 0. Huh? Then height of boys and girls is given 4 years 96 in boys, 92 in girls. 8 years 114 centimeter in boys, 110 in girls. 12 years 129 in boys, 133 in girls. Like this, you can see the age in years and height in centimeters of boys and girls. This is the graph showing height in centimeters and years on a horizontal line and height in centimeter on vertical line. Now red color marks the girls. Now you can draw the graph. You should know how to draw the graph. Already this graph is drawn in your NCERT book, but try to draw this for yourself so that you may able to draw this of your own self. Now look here. I have marked the points according to the age, the height of girl, according to the age, mark their height in centimeters with the red dots. This is very simple. And at last, join them. You will get such type of marginal line of girls' height at various intervals of age. Now next, boys with the blue dots. I am marking their age. Put again the dots. Yes. First one is the same height 53 both in boys and girls. Then the boys, they are slightly above. No, only this part at the age of 12 years boys are showing less growth than girls. At 16 both have same 150. Then at last they show increase in size 173. Again join these dots and you will get the increased height of boys than girls. So this is the graph and it shows what it shows. We can write in theory part. What does this graph depict? What does this graph shows? So observing the graph, you can write this in theory part that from the above graph, we conclude that initially boys grow faster than girls. Okay, at the age of 4 years, look at the graph. The height of boys is 96, whereas the girl's height is 92 centimeter. There is increase in the height of boys initially, but from 0 to 8 years you are seeing the increase height, faster height in boys as compared to girls, but the girls grow faster than boys. From 8 to 16 years. Okay, look at the age of 12. The height of boys 129 centimeter, whereas the height of girls 133 centimeter. But both reach their maximum height at age 20. Here boys show a greater increase in height, that is 173 centimeter, as compared to girls having 165 centimeter. Now after doing this question, we'll do our question number 9, word game. Use the clues to work out the words. Protruding voice box in boys, Adam's apple, as you know very well. Glands without ducts, they are known as endocrine glands. Their specialty, they secrete their secretions directly into the blood. Next, endocrine gland attached to brain is known as pituitary. Secretion of endocrine glands, they are known as hormones. Pancreatic hormone, insulin, female hormone, estrogen. You can get this question in your exams also. Now moving down, male hormone, testosterone, secreted by testis in males only. Secretes thyroxine, thyroid gland, present both in males and females. Another term for teenage adolescence. Hormones reaches here through bloodstream, target site. Voice box is known as larynx. Term for changes at adolescence is known as puberty. Very important questions. After doing this question, we will do question number 8, part B. Secondary sexual characters. Now, characters by which we can easily distinguish between males and females. What does it mean? That we can identify the individual as male or female by observing the characters, and those characters are known as secondary sexual characters. Okay? So, this is the definition of secondary sexual characters. And you know that in boys, the secretion of testosterone, and in girls, the secretion of estrogen hormone. These are responsible for secondary sexual characters. In girls, the breast, and in boys the facial hair, that is their moustache or beard. All these comes under secondary sexual characters. Now question number 8, part C. Sex determination in the unborn baby. This is very important question. Again, you will find this question in your 10th class. Now, who is responsible for determining the sex of a child? Obviously, father, because he has Y chromosomes, the unique one, which is responsible for baby boy. So, in order to understand this answer, write like this. When a male gamete fuses with a female gametes during fertilization, the sex of the child is determined there. Okay, how? As we all know that all human beings have 23 pairs of chromosomes in the nuclei of their cells. Each cell having one nucleus, right? And nucleus have 23 pairs of chromosomes. Now, two chromosomes out of these are sex chromosomes, and these are X and Y. Now, female has two X chromosomes, whereas male has one X and one Y chromosome. Remember the combination that females having both X chromosomes as sex chromosome and males having one X and one Y, having the combination XY chromosome as their sex hormone. But the gametes, eggs and sperm, they have only one copy of these chromosomes, only one set of chromosomes, females having X and thus the unfertilized egg always has one X chromosome. Clear? Because female having XX chromosome, so one set having only X chromosome. These are your questions. I hope you understand well. At last, thanks note for you students. Thought of the day. My dear students, always remember that only with our thoughts, only with our pure thoughts, we shape the world. Thank you. Have a nice day. With our thoughts, we shape the world. Remember this thought. All the best for your future. Thank you. Have a nice day.